Okay. Okay. Where am I at? Where am I at? It looks. What the fuck is that? Why does it look like an unfinished orange box level? What is going on over there?
So I
screw land?
I tore up our
hell?
entire original iron base that was mostly just sitting there, and now it just makes screws. And I did the exact ratio of miners to smelters to rods to screws for all of them, and then outputted those screws on 4 tracks each on 3 different floors.
God damn.
We can take those wherever they need to go, and we'll finally have goddamn screws. We've been like stuck on screws for like 6 hours, I think, and it's like, okay, we need to stop trying to deal with the screws problem. So here's a giant building. It looks better on the outside.
Oh, what the hell is it? It looks like a Sonic level. There's like floating platforms.
I had to keep the ratios right. So let's see. I don't remember the ratios though. But yeah, each of the miners I think goes into 2 smelters because that's how the math kind of works out. Then the smelters each go into 2 rod makers. And so the way I dealt with the increasing ratio is that I've had a second floor, so each smelter fed to 1 rod maker in front of it and 1 that's above it, that one. But then the ratio from rods to screws is 2 to 3, so I needed a third floor then because it's 50% increase again, and so that's basically the math works out. It's kind of it's an arbitrary spaghetti, but each one feeds the correct number of things. And then I covered it in Then I covered it in a box so it's prettier. And by prettier I mean a giant orange staircase with blue tentacles coming out.
I was gonna say I'm not 100% sure that I agree with your assessment of prettier.
And also I also finished painting the base.
You did?
Yeah.
There's different floors.
Yeah, they're kind of arbitrary, but every floor is a different color. So you can
I didn't make that jump. Oh no.
So you can start memorizing that at least. I think I vaguely had a system, because orange is the default color of walls, so that's the smelting floor, I guess. And then the first processing floor for turning into iron plates is iron color, and then the screw floor is screw colored. And then after that it's more arbitrary, because it didn't make sense. I think rotors might be red. Because rotors seemed red to me a little bit, but I don't know if that's even vaguely true. The screw floor also might be a little redundant now.
I'm not gonna say that you're wrong. I'm just gonna... agree with everything you say because I'm afraid of conflict. Rotors are the reddest thing I've ever seen. You're right.
I haven't paid like close attention to the progression system necessarily, what their hierarchy is, but it just seems like screws are fucking always necessary, and there's never enough, and the paths are never optimum enough or whatever. So so there's currently 12 normal speed paths coming at us, and we can split those up or send them where we need to.
Okay. Very cool.
And I try to space them out so they won't conflict. I space them out considerably so they won't conflict with each other when we add lifts to them.
All satisfactory seeds are the same. The game has no random generation, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's just a world. The main thing that changes is you choose your spawn location.
Right. So what are you going to do with the existing rod and screw thing? Do you want to just tear this shit up?
Maybe eventually. I don't know if it's a priority right now necessarily. It's going somewhere, but we can supplement those places by using the better source. But I think you were working on like... Oh, right. I'm gonna go launch the rocket. We're ready for advanced steel production.
Nice, better miners.
Which, yeah, that makes the better miners. Which immediately fucks my ratio. Oh no.
No. Well, oh wait, yes.
That's fine.
Fucks my ratio. What are you, a power poster on World Star Hip Hop
What am I, Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh no, I ratioed myself. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know what that means necessarily.
I'm not entirely sure.
This one, what does this one unlock? Stators, motors, I said that weird. Stators and motors, encased industrial beams, miner Mark II, heavy modular frame. We're barely making modular frames. We need to step it up. Automated wiring. That's a lot of stuff. I don't even know what automated... It's robot chunks. I think we're about where we gave up last time. Or maybe not.
Sounds about right.
I think they rearranged the whole tree, so it's not easy to say when that is.
collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting.
On one hand, we already had trains, and we don't have those yet.
Constructed. Further progress to the next phase is now
And
possible.
for whatever it's worth, I feel like we're putting the game through much, much more intense stress this time. So kind of, it's a good thing that it's like still holding itself together.
So we need modular frames, encased industrial beams, and steel pipes to make miners Mark II. So the steel production needs to get going.
Okay, cool.
I actually didn't even check what you were doing. I think you started something, right, with that?
Last I remember, I was working on trying to do reinforced iron plates.
Maybe. Because you redirected coal, right? I saw coal branching from the power supply over there over to us. But I don't know if it's doing anything
yet.
yet.
A really, really shitty, like, single steel smelter. It wasn't intended to do anything other than get us through, like, the immediate goals that we had.
Yeah, let's work on connecting the things to wherever they need to go.
Okay.
So you're doing heavy iron, reinforced iron?
Let me go ahead and... I need to go double check how we're even doing on the reinforced iron, because we're not...
Let's see.
We're not doing great. And one thing that we can do, actually, to kind of fix some issues with the base without really optimizing it, but just fixing some stuff, would be to go to, like, our far away iron smelters, or iron diggy pull them out of the groundy dudes.
Miners.
Yeah. Replace them with the Mark IIs. That will just, like, speed up some stuff in the base.
That's a lot of handcrafting if you want to do that, though. If we don't have those components yet. They're almost exclusively things we're not making yet.
Miner Mark II. This isn't so bad. I already have almost all of these, just like sitting in my inventory already, don't I? Yeah, this won't be so bad. I'm gonna go for it.
Let's see. Oh, I can't afford this without reinforced. Gotcha.
So I'm gonna do that, and then what was the
other thing while you're doing that, I'll connect everything over then. Okay,
sounds good. I need, like, encased steel beams, which I think requires concrete as well. Is that correct?
I think so.
Oh no, I'm gonna go find out.
I think it's steel and concrete.
Okay.
Might have more steps before that works.
Well, I mean, not in terms of... Well, actually, okay, I get what you're saying.
There might be more
Only
things to find out. There might be intermediate products.
Right. It is a logistics-based video game, so...
That is what it do.
That is what it do, baby.
It's almost all it do.
People are comparing your screw base, by the way, to a pumpkin. They're dwelling on the fact of, like, what if you cracked open a pumpkin one day and it was filled with screws? Ow.
Yeah, it'd be bad. I started painting it all blue, and then I ran out of paint, and I'm like, I don't want to find more flowers. And then I realized the blue looked worse because the orange contrast, for obvious reasons, because it's literally the most stereotypical color contrast is orange and blue. So I was like, I'll just keep it orange and blue. Kind of looks neat. Maybe a little one color. I might add stripes or something nonsense, or like a half fade or some shit. I don't know. But I don't want to gather any more ink because you have to just grab bushes by hand, and one out of every like 25 bushes gives you a flower, and you're like, I hate this. I'm not like, I had more when I was had to gather power, and I don't have to gather power anymore, so now it just sucks.
Encased industrial beams are super resource heavy, actually. That's not great. How much do I need for a miner Mark II? Damn. Yeah, it takes 10 just to make one miner Mark II, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna want production. Just doing stuff by... I try to avoid doing stuff by hand as much as possible, just because to some extent it does feel like admitting defeat.
Yes.
But also it's just so boring.
Yeah, but it's also quick. Like, it's a nice little quick fix.
That will we're in the business of now. Quick fixes.
Sorry, I just scanned through like 4 jokes and none of them were funny, and 2 of them were offensive. So, nope. Just gonna.
I love that your defense mechanism is to just explain that you were trying to comedy once.
Hey, it's better to try and then admit defeat than it is to say something that you don't want to be recorded.
I think it's time to demote you from the human resume to the human error report.
The human crash log. The human birdcatcher has encountered a problem and needs to close.
The spaghetti is unforgivable, but I will not stop.
Yeah.
I am unyielding.
Oh, wow. I'm running around trying to pick up flowers, but I think that these are glitch flowers because... Oh, wait, no, my inventory is probably full. Yeah, that's what
Good
it
old
is.
glitch punk.
Oh, boy. Yes, I don't want to talk about Cyberpunk, but I really do want to talk about Cyberpunk now that you say that. But I have a thing... I don't like talking about other video games while playing video games because that feels really weird. It feels like I'm cheating on the game I'm playing.
This game's like so ready to be cheated on, though.
Wow. I suppose
just-
when you're in the middle of handcrafting 10 encased steel beams or something like that, then
Yeah,
that is
this
an
game
argument.
is rife for talking about anything else, which we do the whole time mostly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What's up?
That's no power.
No power?
The iron miners ain't doing their thing because the power pole was not producing any power.
Oh, did it get disconnected?
I think it got disconnected, bruh.
Oh, it was connected. Oh, I just moved a pole a minute ago, and then I
Okay.
forgot to put it back. Hang on a second.
Okay, at least it just now happened.
Yeah, I think I
thought
just
it
did.
was like...
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like it looks like this is I'm standing at the exact point of failure of the entire iron mine down there.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go connect that pole to a second pole somewhere else. That isn't
Okay.
that one.
Okay, yeah, sure, redundancy. It's fine.
I create weird spaghettis here and there throughout the base, just so that one pole doesn't destroy everything, and then I can't tell where it was. Or more specifically, sometimes I do disconnect something, and then I can't figure out what I disconnected, so I just make more spaghetti until everything's working again.
Why isn't this boy working? What the hell's wrong with this miner?
Is it
I
self-esteem?
replaced him. I don't know. I replaced a miner Mark 1 with a miner Mark 2, and now it's... Oh, there it goes. Now it's a power pooper. I don't know what was stopping it, but now we're talking.
It's a power pooper.
Yeah, it's got to assert its dominance on the unsuspecting.
That shit poopses for Deezes.
It's a poop stand.
Oh, you say poop stand?
Yeah.
They said poop stand.
Oh, it's not a JoJo thing.
My stand is.
Oh, I found
poop.
a bunch of conveyor belt Mark 1s. That might be a problem. I thought I replaced all these with Mark 2s. What?
Did even have-
This doesn't seem right at all.
Is this even a valid connection?
What?
Weird.
I definitely thought I replaced all these.
Are they the wrong conveyor type?
Yeah, some of them.
Weird.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I would really be super into JoJo if it turns out that like all the stands were named after like bodily functions.
instead of rock bands.
Yeah, instead of rock bands, it was like like Star Duodenum, and like
Instead of King Crimson, it's like needs fiber.
that'd be old man JoJo's too, just like erectile dysfunction or something. Needs Viagra.
That's my favorite attack in Street Fighter. Erectile dysfunction.
Nice. Nice. Damn, that was like right on for the enunciation.
Because they get burned into your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Durahan C. Mikado.
I know. You hear those menu sounds.
That's all you can think about anymore at some point.
Hadouken! And then the one that I don't understand where he flies through the air kicking is like, get this, or whatever. As far as I know, it sounds, I don't know. I'm replacing the conveyor belts with Mark 1s. Fuck me.
Oh, were you the one making the Mark 1s? They already 2s?
I was making the Mark 1s right now. I just tore up like almost everything to replace.
I was gonna say,
my
like, I was trusting you, but I really thought I just looked over there.
I know. Oof. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so
Thank you for catching that. That was a
reinforced
mistake.
iron should be completely set on screws now.
Okay.
That'll be good. We can... Man, we're finally at a point where we can really comfortably turn everything to Mark II belts without running out constantly. Gotta fix the next floor, the rotors, which also require screws. Hence was our problem.
Hence. Ooh, somebody's a thesaurus.
Hence, dirigible after untoward.
Dare I say, orthogonal?
Nope.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. It does have an abstract meaning outside of the context of that textbook, though.
I stopped
to the
reading
textbook.
really quickly. You only sent me like two. You sent me like 2 paragraphs, and I didn't finish reading them.
No, I intentionally tried to cut off the paragraphs to imply that they were much, much longer and more uninteresting than they actually were. Now, granted, they were pretty uninteresting, but they weren't that long. I just cut it off to make them look way longer. So for context, I'm currently, ramping up on doing video game programming stuff at like a fairly low level. So I was, to do that, you have to learn a lot of like 3D math and a lot of like linear algebra and stuff like that. So I'm in the process of doing that, and I find an entire page that's like dedicated to like orthogonal matrices. And I was like, oh, I know somebody who's gonna really enjoy this. And I sent it to Keith.
That's an interesting lie you tell yourself.
Yeah. So I'm also telling the audience right now, so I get to lie to. I have a big blast radius with my lies. Thank you very much.
Blast radius.
I like to describe the actions that I do in the same way that we describe nuclear bombs going off. Anyway,
there's an epicenter to this lie.
So yeah, I found a bunch of pages on like orthogonal matrices, and I was like, yep, those are gonna be given right to Keith. Who then promptly responded with, I'm not gonna believe your lies. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the reaction I should have expected.
Yeah.
And so it was. Alrighty. I'm gonna start.
I can live in ignorance forever. Consequence free.
Yes.
Orthogonally.
You can live orthogonal to knowledge. Does that sentence make sense? I don't know. You don't
I'll
know.
never
I'm not
know.
good at You'll never know. Did I insult you, Keith? I don't know. And you don't know. So no, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty ineffective if I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
If you insult a tree in the middle of the woods, did it get insulted? Wait, hold on, there's a pun in here. If you call a tree a son of a birch in the woods, does it get insulted? All right.
I wasn't really sure where you're gonna go when you embarked on that joke, but you pulled it off.
Yeah. The real nightmare on Elm Street was me speaking.
That one really deflated.
Yeah, that was a catastrophe.
The real nightmare on Elm Street was me.
This will probably be fine. I can survive that fall. Yep. And yep. Okay.
You can survive shockingly long falls.
Yeah. Do I know about the funny cart at the store? I don't know, but I'm not sure. I'm about to hear a joke, and I'm not sure if I'm going to regret paying attention to it or
the
not.
The funny
so
cart at the store?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so we got iron plates. What with coming into here? These are ingots, not plates.
That's my secret. I always regret everything.
Are these being produced good? Okay, they are. All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, switching over to faster miners seems to have fixed some of the scaling issues that were. I don't really know why they existed in the first place. Like, I thought we had the ratios just right, but for whatever reason, one of the miners was just really not keeping up with the others.
Were they not all being consumed equally?
No, like I traced back the belts and it was perfectly fine. I don't know. That one was kind of a weird case.
They're moving.
What is?
The blue.
The screw?
Blow in. The blue screw.
Okay, yep, this is perfect.
I had to make it spin. That was the logic.
You chose to.
Yeah. No regrets. Everything going good? Yeah, they're coming in. Oh yeah, they're coming in.
Just because you live your life without regrets doesn't mean you should live your life without regrets.
But no one can stop me, and that's the most important part.
Oh. What? The punchline to the funny card is, I don't have a follow-up of that. I should have thought of one. What the fuck? Okay, that made me laugh, but I think you didn't really earn it, so. Okay.
This one's going really slow.
Okay, so I think that our reinforced iron plate situation is good now. All of our reinforced iron plate producers seem to be producing at the right plate rate. So yeah, we got that going there. And then we got screws going up. Okay, cool. So that's looking good. And then what's above the reinforced iron plates? Is that rotors? I see. That's where you at. And you're making rotors.
Will that improve the rate here? Yeah, this one's getting fed into too slowly.
Yeah. Okay, well, the main thing that I was working on was the reinforced iron plates, and those seem pretty good now. So I think that my next pet project is going to be working on figuring out like a steel situation. Because that seems like it's going to suck. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
There we go.
The nice thing is that we do have the miners. Yeah, so one thing they can do that'll make this a lot easier, though, is we have miner Mark IIs. Instead of like having to modify or impact anything that currently exists, I can replace some of the minor Mark IIs. I can replace some of the minor Mark I's with Mark IIs, and then take 30 off of them, and then feed that into a steel.
Yeah, you can just replace the current thing with the same input, but from fewer mines.
Precisely.
And then
yeah. So
siphon out the other one to a new purpose.
That's exactly what I'm going to do, and that will be a good. That's kind of temporary, but it's good enough because it's not going to impact anything that currently exists. So that's what I'm going to do. After I get a sip of water. No, I didn't fill this up with water. Okay, I'll be back in a second.
That's a 3-way split? Oh, it's... Oh. The entire thing full of modular frames. It is. Interesting.
So, I'm back, and I'm probably gonna do, at least start off by doing the same thing I did. I'm just gonna make a miner Mark II by hand again to at least get the steel process rolling, because that's just gonna be the way that we're doing this. So, if to make the miner Mark II requires like ramping up our steel production, obviously that means that the chicken has come before the egg.
Yeah, well, because the upgrade was improved steel, and we haven't made any steel yet.
Exactly. So we're gonna make Keith feel like we're violating the spirit of the game.
My God.
But I'm the one doing the violating. So.
Remember the no regrets?
Yeah, you're the one who doesn't have regrets. Me, on the other hand.
No, you're supposed to be avoiding regrets.
Oh, I didn't say I was good at that.
Yeah. You failed to have an error message. It just came right out.
Yeah. Some encased industrial beams.
Aren't connected.
So,
I didn't finish this part.
Just to give me an idea of what sort of scale we're aiming for, do you happen to know what some of our... Actually, no, I don't even need to really worry about that. I assume we don't really feed steel beams anywhere except into steel pipe and encased industrial beam. Like, I don't think anything takes steel beam as a raw resource, right?
By and large, I have almost nothing memorized from the original game, and we're getting into new stuff anyway now. Okay, so I kind of just generally don't know. All I know is
I'm going to Google steel beam, and then I'm also going to forget to specify that this is for the sake of Satisfactory.
Yeah.
So it's just going to links to like Metal Depot and being like, here's where you can buy steel beams.
Yeah, and then you're going to get the Do Not Eat 01 YouTube account. Yeah. I'm just making one floor at a time with another constructor on it that makes the next thing that I can do. And I can't even look at the recipes until I do that. So I'm not planning ahead. Just going taller.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like steel beams are used to make versatile frameworks. Okay, so we are going to need steel beams as just a raw resource into other things, it looks.
Yeah, they usually make splitting points so that it's logistically interesting instead of just that only is useful for this one product and that's it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just as a thought, I'm just gonna say 1/2
you don't have to call
of
yourself that.
Steel beams. I'm gonna just make a ground rule, I guess, to start off with, that 1/2 of the steel beam boundaries are gonna just stay steel beams for now. And we'll feed those into other things later. And the other half will be immediately processing them into steel pipes and encased industrial beams. We'll do it that way.
I'm out of cement.
Where are you gonna find more? We only have like 1 trillion. So
devastated by this, I'm just gonna have to leap from the nearest roof. Ah!
No, don't do it, Keith.
Nickelodeon slime.
Oh. I was gonna say I haven't updated your life insurance policy yet. Please give me time. The paperwork is almost there, but you know how slow the post office is right now.
untrustworthy.
Yeah, you can trust me.
No, the post office.
Oh,
I'm not.
you used to be able to trust the post office.
Isn't that like an adage or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
Boy,
getting...
riveting one this time. Let's get out of our depth. Apparently, post office knowledge is not our strong suits. Post office lore.
Well, I've had frustrations with the post office because I have a PO box, and I'm constantly just having questions like, does it work though? Trying to figure out if like, because there's been multiple PR things that were supposed to be sent to me that just never showed up, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Mean, the post office is so fucked right now.
But I tested the PO box I've tested it multiple times by ordering stuff to it, and those arrived. And I've never. So it's like the YouTube thing where I'm like, I've never seen this so-called like subscriptions being hidden from me thing. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like I can't replicate that bug.
I have some Christmas gifts for people that still haven't arrived to me yet to wrap them to send to other people. Like, it's that fucking
At which point
bad
they
right
go
now.
back in the mail and also still don't arrive until next Christmas.
Yep. It feels like it at this rate. Oh well. The important thing is I have excuses.
As long as it's not your fault, you're guilt-free.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Finally someone gets me. And my bullshit I'm high on.
Oh man. The best part about you agreeing with that sentence is that if anybody ever gets mad at me, I can just say, well, Keith said it was okay.
Oh no.
Come play in the mud with me, Keith. You're already here.
Let's see. It looks like I'm thoroughly done with constructors, because everything I see in the normal constructor is either being made already, or it's copper, quartz, or steel.
Okay.
So it's the thing you're working on, the thing no one's working on, which is quartz. Because I don't think we even have a quartz mine anywhere yet. And then copper's just on its own little base. And we've never scaled it up even remotely, and it's still somehow big enough to suit all of our needs. One day that'll be a problem. All right, let's look at the assembler. I don't have my rotors. Shit.
Oh, that could actually work really nicely for steel beams. I don't know if that's going to scale or not, but that's good.
That's frames. This rotor. Oh. Ooh.
What?
The performance tank whenever it updates the save.
Yeah. Oh, we need to pick a goal. We don't have one yet.
Oh yeah. It's probably because it came back.
Yeah.
Thank God for the air control, because I get increasingly reckless of just jumping off odd angles in that vague corner and then correcting to the goo.
This game.
I should make a goo in every corner.
Like, yeah, this game needs to have like a jetpack, but one that's powered by you shooting a gun directly down.
I was gonna say, I think
that.
there is a jetpack.
There is one, yes.
Let's see.
But I want a violent jetpack.
So next up is
Backpack.
hypertubes.
Okay, what do those do? Are those an oil thing?
Tubes for transporting FICSIT employees?
Oh no! We can replace the ladders with tubes. We can go like in a bank, like.
A hypertube entrance needs to be attached to power and enter a hypertube system. And it requires steel pipes and encased industrial beams. So get busy. Getting that shit automated. And 300 copper plate sheets I'll just get right here. Click, click, click. Now that has been emptied, our factory can make 300 more sheets. Because they're not going they don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
warehouse
I mean, if you want me to, I can make the hypertubes. Just like I can make all that stuff by hand, and that would take me like a minute and a half.
Please, just work on the base.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like these are also the exact resources that I need to start scaling up steel. So I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, if you keep making it by hand every time it comes up, you'll never get the base done, which will make that
right. Right. Exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at. Was we can choose to make it even more short-term solutions, but I think that you're going to be mad at me.
Yeah. No, I was just enabling the objective in the corner because it was empty.
Gotcha.
We have plenty other shit to do. Well, I have more floors to make. But I am curious about that. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like how can we just like practically teleport to each of our like coal mines and like the distant iron mine and stuff by just hopping in the right tube? But we have to live.
Future's amazing.
But are we gonna have hyper tubes but still not have signs in this game? So we can't label them? We're just like, I don't know, I think this is the right one. Oh, that one goes to the magma core. Just yeets you into the fucking pit. Why did we make this? Who would do this?
Never heard of this yeet before.
It's like your favorite word.
Yeet.
Oh no, I've been defeated.
What?
It turns out
beat by an alien or something?
No, our entire forward progress is dependent on steel.
Cool. Fantastic.
Let's see. Because I'm looking at what the 2-item ingredient factory thing can make. It's like, okay, reinforced iron plate, got those. Modular frames, got those. Encased industrial beam. Oh.
Yep. So that's steel and concrete, which.
Yep. As rotors, we built those already. Stators require the pipe. It's like shit. Motors require stators.
For us, we do happen to have like coal, limestone, and iron all more or less scattered in one spot. So we can just start figuring out like how we're gonna make it pretty. You know?
Where are you making it? Did you start like a new building for steel or anything?
I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know where it'll go otherwise, unless we want to just plop that on top of here.
Yeah. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to think of ways. I'm gonna probably. What's happening here? Okay, yeah, I think that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some conveyor splitters. I'm just going to do that. Okay, a little bit ugly, but
why don't I have goop everywhere? Oh right, I don't have goop everywhere because it requires plants, and that's really annoying.
Damn it
takes forever to pick all the bushes, and we need that organic matter in order to make the goo. So I gave up at one.
Yeah, we do.
Some creative hopping from floor to floor also solves the problem. Let's see.
It's like you're speed running.
Where are you currently feeding stuff? I'm trying to find it.
I'm really still like in infancy stages. I have not hardly done a thing yet.
I might start a new building in the clearing over here.
Where's the clearing over here?
Where the coal came from.
I'm walking over. Yeah, totally want to be putting it basically exactly where you're putting it right now. That's perfect. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna try not to fall to our deaths while doing it.
Then they'll just like spaghetti, like feed the resources back and forth.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of spaghetti, but you know what? That's just the way that we've been doing things.
When you have these convenient towers and all this verticality, it's actually really easy to convert resources from one building to the other.
God damn it, I need to go with reinforced iron plates. Everything needs to fucking die. Just
rock, no! Alright, well that's the end of that building. Goes that far. Oh. Oop. There's poison right over here. Goody. We're gonna have a shitty back alley.
Ooh, that's tantalizing sounding. Is that where all the bad kids hang out?
Oh yeah. Radical.
Selling you drugs and skateboards.
Air poison. They're plants with air poison. It's kind of like drugs. And being cool in that you are poisoned. I will use every piece of concrete. It does the bird butterfly run into our base? Yep, it just clips right through it. Which is a little funny because on some level I thought that what we were doing was actually kind of the norm in this game. I have no idea.
What do you mean the norm? I'm confused.
Our giant thing.
Oh, like making a big old like factory thing? You thought that was kind of like what normal people do?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you. You should just know. Okay, I shouldn't have to tell you what's wrong.
The thing you're trying to use as a coal source is not currently making coal. I also don't want to run all the way there. I'll try to find the power line.
Yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass.
I think
you're right though. There's no coal coming down.
Yeah, I think the power got disconnected. So there's the power line. I'll trace that back into the base and see where it's not connected to anything. I'll have to go there anyway though, because it does need to become a minor Mark II if we're going to start drawing its resources, because that's currently going into our power. Because steel gives us a bit of a conflict between power and so on. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. It's good design.
This got disconnected when I tore up my base. And somehow only ran dry just now. Let's create a redundant connection somewhere.
Did you hear that Factorio is basically feature complete at this point?
Is it?
The latest version of Factorio is basically just long-term maintenance, where all they're going to do is send out like security patches or bug fixes, but they're not adding. There's no more features being added to Factorio.
I guess that's what we're playing next. Ah, the copper is also not connected to the base.
Well, what the fuck is connected to the base?
Well, I tore up that whole chunk of the base, and which means in order to build anything, I had to get rid of all the power poles that were nearby. And so that does kind of lead to like a trial and error aspect of finding out what's not currently working.
Okay, that's actually totally fair.
I thought I mostly got it because the main part of the base I did reconnect the big tower, but there are disparate individual like single power pole like chains across the map, and if their one point of failure is disconnected, then they're just not working.
Yeah.
And you don't see them, so you don't really notice they're not working until something's wrong, and then you trace it back like trying to untangle a cable. I guess it's the first thought that came to mind.
Exploitable and can launch you across the map like a cannon, but the way you're going to use them, they won't do that. Okay, hold on. That second sentence is... Are you negging me into making cannon travel? Because if so...
We're being nagged.
You know me well.
That's what's happening, apparently.
Yeah. But only an alpha bro would,
yeah, only some kind
that.
of, like, factory Chad.
That sounds fucking awesome. I'm gonna try to learn how to make cannon travel in this game. You just made it worth my time.
Keith is gonna finally play Factorio. I've played Factorio several times on this channel. Bird was
Keith
there.
and I have played it together.
I've literally launched the rocket on this channel.
I think I've launched the rocket.
Just waiting for the stupid
launched
game
the
to get
rocket on
finished
mine.
one day. God,
Yeah.
stupid bullshit trash game. I hate it. When's the new patch? Not that I like it or anything.
Oh, this ratio sucks.
The ratio of how this works.
Yeah, it's 45 iron ore for a foundry. Okay, so that would be, I need to do
Oh, to make the
so we
building?
so we
Okay.
only can have 2 foundries.
I was gonna say that the coal looks 1 to 1. The ratio looks 1 to 1.
So this is a belt of 30.
Did you already upgrade the entire iron mining area
Yes,
to
all
Mark
those
II?
are all those over there are Mark IIs. So this is already set up. So
I would be much less concerned about that and more concerned about the fact that you need an equal amount of coal, and we have way less coal mining than iron mining.
Yes, I am concerned about that, but that's also something I'm going to push out of my brain and not think about at the moment because that seems scary. But thank you for calling your attention to something I'm currently in denial about.
Wow.
I do appreciate it, but it is wrong. And so are you.
Let's make corners.
Okay, so how's this shit work? So we have 30 coming off of one. So we're gonna split and join. Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to handcraft another iron miner. You put it directly. How dare you? I'm destroying it.
Okay, that works just as well. Oh, right. Walls. Alright.
You monster. Aesthetic
I'm not
is
much of a
just as
logistics
important
person.
as other factorizing.
Not much of a... how do I do the logistics in this game? So we need 45. We have 3 belts of 30. Do I split one of the belts and add it to the other 2 to get 45 and 45? Or do I split all of them and like add them some way? Like, do I split them down to 15s and add them together? Or do I split one into 15s and add them?
So each has a rate of 30? Is that what you're saying?
Each of these belts is 30, yeah.
Yeah, so you feed one into one machine, the other one into another machine, and then you split the third one into the other 2.
Into the other 2? Okay,
So you're only
got it.
splitting one of them, and then the 2 splits are merging into the other 2, and that'll give you 45 on each lane.
Okay, and that's not... Okay, that's what I thought, but I've been wrong so many times trying to do stuff like that that I am admitting defeat. But that's what I thought you needed to do.
Weirdly, I think it helps that I took hydrology. Where you...
Yeah,
Which is
I'm glad that you took that thing that you just said words about.
Well, I think water might be the etymological origin of the word bandwidth. And so when I took hydrogeology, I think I learned about bandwidth in a pre-data way.
Does that mean...
And that's
Does
kind
that
of
mean
how
you're
it
a
works
hydralisk?
Yeah, I'm a hydralisk.
Wow!
The most dangerous unit in all of StarCraft, as far as I can remember. Wasn't that the devastatingly large nightmare, Zerg?
That's the Ultralisk.
Well, that's just the same
Hydralisk
thing.
is the one that
with
like spat little
yokes.
spines at you and like...
An Ultralisk is just a yoked hydralisk.
I'm gonna say yes but I'm confused.
Today on Bad StarCraft Lore, angry comments brought to you by encouraging the algorithm. Come at me, brah. Correct me, daddy.
I'm on the internet and I'm wrong and confident about it.
I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna brag about it instead of correcting it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Enough.
Don't you
Enough.
love it?
Okay, so we have 2 foundries, which is kind of pathetic. I'm super concerned about that. That's not going to scale very well whatso-fucking-ever.
It's our starting point, but yeah, the long-term goal will involve scaling up, including like finding more coal in general.
Yeah.
The main thing is we want the foundry started and production of these items started, because then we can make, then we can easily mass produce minor Mark IIs, which also involves all of our coal.
Yes.
We can improve the production of coal at the one that you're feeding off of, but also we can then improve all of the other coals at the big coal mine, and then probably bring some of them here.
Keith,
What?
where are you?
What'd
Are
you
you close to
do?
me?
Basically,
I made something cool.
I don't believe you. What did you do?
I think you're really gonna like it when you see it.
Why did it let you do this?
Look at this fucktastrohe.
Why does the
Eclipse
game let these
through.
things happen?
Oh man. Okay, let's make it better. I don't know what the rate we're using this coal is with regards to the fact that it is being ostensibly fed into power,
Yeah, I have no idea.
but we're using our power so slowly because we have so much.
Yeah, because that was my previous off-screen project before
Yeah.
the screws.
So I'm gonna operate under the assumption that this is producing it at the minor Mark 1 rate, which is bad, but
At the moment, yeah, it is Mark 1. There's no Mark 2.
on that area.
It's very far away, but also I didn't want to handcraft all of the requirements for a Mark II. Kind of want us to just
this
make
is
the
a-
constructors and then...
This is a serious problem. I sort of want to explore making a train to get it over here, but obviously that requires steel, so we're not going to be doing that at this time.
Can we even make trains?
No, that's why I'm saying, like, I want to explore that.
Yeah,
in
I was gonna say, like, we don't even know how to make them
future.
yet.
Not yet.
We can make trucks.
Yeah, but trucks are fucking awful, if you remember. Maybe they're fine, but I remember them being so bad.
We didn't try very hard,
Yes.
but it was confusing.
Do you think that that's going to be any different this time? I'm speaking from a place of practicality here.
It could be fun. Let's see.
It won't be.
That could be my experimental project while you're working on this, because two people fighting over one building at the same time doesn't go very well. We can work on different floors, but not the same floor. So we're really throttled right now. Trucks with steel. You work on that. I made the next floor for you. I might make another floor real quick. I'll put the ladder over here.
This will be fine for now. Whatever.
We have a few different products that need to be made. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Missing wires, but wires are so far away.
That's my least favorite thing about them.
Wires so far away.
Let's climb up. So far away. Da, 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 da. Through the fire and the memes we carry on.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I mean, have you ever heard a meme?
I'd rather not.
Yeah, exactly. What do I
But the
not want to
Memes are for the unwashed masses.
The hypertube exploit isn't fixed, and the truck won't be fixed either. Okay.
The truck
That's
won't be fixed? What does
good.
that mean?
I don't know, but it reaffirms mostly what I wanted to hear, so I'm glad to hear
Are they
it.
saying trucks don't work? What does that mean? What are they talking
I'm
about?
choosing to interpret that that's what they're saying, so I don't have to do trucks.
I'm the one that's gonna do trucks as like a hobby until you're done with steel, because it's the choking point where we can't get much done.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
So I'm like, let's make trucks. That'll be a disaster. Maybe I can use them to get shipments.
I remember trains being very fun and satisfying, even if kind of were broken netcode wise.
Yeah, making trains was around the time the game was stopping working.
Yeah.
You couldn't see train tracks, and that was like the first symptom of our playthrough ending. Until suddenly you'd walk into a base and none of the buildings were there, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough.
See you guys in a few updates, about 18 months or so. Oh.
Oh?
I forgot how much the screws floor sticks out.
Yeah, it's
so I about,
not a subtle building.
I about kissed it. Our third floor is next to, there's like only like a foot away, or like a few feet away from the most protruding corner of the screws floor. Protruding screws. Alright, so there's currently 3 floors in the steel building.
We have 2 foundries. We have at most 60 coal coming in, and we need 90 to support just 2 foundries. So, we need to locate more coal. That's what I'm gonna do.
Huzzah! So you're stopping at that?
I suppose.
Okay, well, if you're leaving, I'm gonna work on the steel building then.
Okay, the main thing is I need to...
Because even if it's slow, I just want the things that build the stuff to start.
Yeah, I mean, I have a foundry going, if you want, but the foundry itself is only getting 30 coal, so what I was going to do... Actually... Shit, I don't know what to do. Because part of me doesn't want to get too far into this process until we've worked out our coal situation, and the other part of me wants to at least start the process with what we have. So I don't know what you would prefer, I guess.
I'm already
playing this.
I'm already planning on making the constructors on each floor right now. I want to like start making each resource. Okay,
if that's the case, then I'm going to hand make another miner Mark II, and I'm going to take that over to the coal miner that is currently feeding into all this, and at least make that Mark II to get us started, like in a way that we're not going to be resource starved. And then I have to think about other things, relevant things. It's not like I'm going to be thinking about like how many Care Bears were there? Like no, it's going to be focused up.
We have to choose between pipes and beams. So right from the get-go, we have 2 different things to make out of steel. Shit.
Chad, I need somebody to tell me how many Care Bears there were.
That depends on which canonical universe you're asking about, Bird.
Oh no, I don't want to know about the Care Bear extended universe.
You've underestimated just how exhausting this can all get. Wait, is a constructor exactly the size of one foundation?
I think so.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, that's satisfying right there.
Is it satisfactory? Just gonna not process that one. You know what?
Sometimes silence is the best shame factor of all.
You know what? Thanks, but I'd rather not listen to the thing you said ever.